Are you serious? A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the news used to make me smile. I knew if I could do the news and had a chance, I could make all the people dance, and maybe they'd even be happy for a while. But February, I made me shiver. I saw Wolf Blitzer, it made me quiver when I read of what he was doing, and Anderson Cooper was chewing. But something touched me deep inside, and I thought about the widow's bride, and I said, if I can just reach down deep inside, the day CNN died. So bye-bye, fake news, bye. I drove a Chevy to the levee. You know the levee was dry. Some good old boys were trying to just do the news and get by, singing, this'll be the day fake news dies. This'll be the day fake news dies. Did you see Jack Trapper? He was setting in and they all were trying to get the news right. Then I asked about rock and roll, and they said the news can maybe change your soul. And I said, it'll take the gospel of Jesus Christ to get that, you know. But they said, we're still trying. I said, then why don't you stop your lying? They already took Donald Trump Jr., and they all abused him. Oh, so I was so sad that day when I couldn't hear what they say, and people were starting to foam at the mouth and pray, and the day that the fake news died. Bye, fake news, bye. I drove a Chevy to the levee. The levee was dry. A bunch of good old boys trying to do the news and get by. This'll be the day CNN will die. This'll be the day CNN will die. Matter of fact, there's an article that just came out. CNN yesterday really botched it, folks. They botched it so bad that I don't even know if they can recover their credibility. And yet they still try to act like they're legitimate. I mean, Donald Brazil giving Hillary the questions to the second presidential debate. What? The fake news, the lamestream, the mainstream media. Matter of fact, okay, so CNN misreported yesterday. They didn't just misreport. This was a flat-out bogus lying campaign. But the whole Russian dossier and the whole Russian collusion, confusion, and now, I mean, Mueller, the monster of the swamp, and all of his little minions running around doing all kinds of investigations and compilations and misdirections and misinformations and manifestations and elections, demonstration of what happens when you can't get anybody to tell the truth. Look, CNN misreported key details to an offer made to Donald Trump Jr. last year of a stolen batch of WikiLeaks documents. The story went like this. CNN published on Friday and covered extensively on TV, was touted as the first evidence that the Trump campaign was given a heads up about documents stolen from the Democrats. But the story appears to have been riddled with errors. It was lacking key context. Perhaps the most jarring error was that CNN reported is that members of the Trump organization, including Donald Trump and Donald Trump Jr., were sent an email. The network reported that the person that sent it to him was Mike Erickson, and that he sent it to him on September 4th. with a link to a secret WikiLeaks documents as well as a decryption key to access the documents. But the truth is, the email was actually sent to them on September 14th, after it had been sent to the Daily Caller, who had already published it. The date is significant because the WikiLeaks provided this link of stolen documents to the media. And the group touted the release of the documents, which were stolen from the Democratic National Party and was published by a guy named Lucifer. Remember him? That's right, the second cousin to Lucifer. Well, the email shows that Erickson messaged Donald Trump on the 14th, and it was already out there and was published, stating that WikiLeaks had uploaded another huge 678 megabytes archive files from the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. It is too big for me to send to you by email, he said. But here, you can just, here's a link, and it will show you the website where you can read it. So it wasn't a secret document sent to the Trump campaign on September 4th to give them advantage over the Hillary. It was an email sent to the Trump campaign after it was already given to the Daily Caller, already downloaded by Lucifer, and was already in the media. Not the mainstream media, because they didn't want to report all the nasty little emails that, John Podesta and, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and how Bernie Sanders was upset and Hillary Clinton. No. So CNN takes a fake news story, changes the dates. They actually created a story that was fake. But who's shocked by that? The church bells are now broken. You see, the three men I admire the most is still the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. But they've caught a train and headed for the coast. The day the fake news died. And they're singing, bye, bye, fake news, bye. I drove a Chevy to the levee. You knew that levee was dry. There's still some good old boys trying to make the news and get by, singing this will be the day CNN will die. This is the day CNN has died. This'll be the day fake news will die.